All right, welcome to week 3 of TLN Updates with Colin and Samir.
I was going to say, what are we calling this?
That's exactly what I just called it.
TLN Updates with Colin and Samir.
So this week we're going to introduce you to your new host of the Weekly Watch.
This is huge. If you are part of the TLN Nation, this is big news. Huge.
Big.
Huge.
Big. So we're going to get him on Zoom right now. We're going to interview him, talk to him about the Weekly Watch and everything else. Anyway, without further ado.
Hold on. Do you think we put it in the title and thumbnail who the host is?
No, absolutely not. The title and thumbnail is definitely like a big question mark with like a, whoa, who's that? You know?
So you're still waiting to find out. So when we get on...
I mean, you might know now because you saw a social post.
That's true.
Like TLN's pretty loud on social. If you don't follow TLN on Instagram and Twitter and stuff, like what's going on?
Okay, well, if you don't know, you're going to find out who the new host of the Weekly Watch is in 5, 4,
I was going 3.
3, 2.
Hold on, start over. Go from 3.
Okay, 3, 2, 1.
What's really good, y'all? It's Mikey Days, aka Diggs Tape, the new host of the Weekly Watch.
When you have a chance to do the goalie dirty, you do him as dirty as possible.
Some of y'all may have heard of me, some of y'all may have not. Living in San Diego, California right now, in my apartment, coming to you live.
The unmitigated steez of this handle. So I got it. Put it back top corner.
You what?
I think probably if some people don't know your face, they definitely know your voice.
Hey, Chase, you can't be doing posts like this all season, bro. You gonna catch a case doing cats like this.
When did you start uploading videos to Instagram?
I actually started, my first video ever was, I think like the first or second week of March in 2019. I saw Nakai hit like a 15-yard high-to-low bomb and Millie Rock. I think it was like his 4th or 5th goal of the day, and he hit a Millie Rock, and I was like, that's my first video.
Watch this man hit the Millie Rock after he scored that jump. In New York, I Millie Rock. Hot in my side.
So I'm in San Diego right now. My family actually picked up and moved here when I was 16. So I've been here on and off since then. I went back east for college, went to St. Vincent College, Latrobe, Pennsylvania, out in the Pittsburgh area. Total lax rat, like from the time I picked up a stick. Because I mean, I picked up a stick basically during football season. That's the other sport I played growing up. I played football up until I was a junior in high school. So I was a football lacrosse guy for several years. But when it started, I was playing football, and lacrosse was different because it was kind of free flowing. It was like you can just kind of do what you need to do to accomplish the goal. I mean, that's how I found my groove offensively, I guess, as like a 6th grader.
I'm curious, how would you describe your playing style? Are there certain players that you really looked up to?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Kyle Harrison was like the biggest one.
Yeah.
For a lot of reasons, the main ones being, seeing myself as a black athlete in a guy like that. Be like, he's so good at everything. I mean, like, think about this guy's senior year. He led his team in goals, assists, and face-off percent. He took like 50 or 60 draws, and he was 60% on the season. Won the Tewaaraton, undefeated national champion. It was like,
crazy.
Like that's, to me, that was a midfielder. So I was like, I want to be that. I want to be just as good and dependable on defense as I am on offense. Like, I want you to trust me everywhere. Face-off X didn't matter. The wing didn't matter.
What's your relationship to the Weekly Watch and, tuning in every week and being that sort of voice? What does it mean to you?
I guess like what that means to me is like, I feel heard and trusted and valued. And that's really cool. I mean, that's kind of what anyone that creates anything wants. And it's humbling to be looked at as one of the voices of the sport. And it means a lot to me. I mean, I'm really, really excited to step in and be a regular face in the sport. I mean, I like to stay behind the camera mostly, but look, I'm down to try things that are different, that are new. And, if people that I respect trust me, then let's get it.
What do you have to say to the audience who's watching right now?
Be ready for some good times. Let's go into it together. Let's get it.
What do you want to bring to lacrosse as a face now of the sport and someone who's going to be on YouTube more regularly? Like, what does lacrosse need?
I think especially in terms of what I can bring to it as host of the Weekly Watch, I think lacrosse needs faces that represent who we're trying to bring into the sport. I think one thing that we always talk about as a community is we want to make it a more diverse sport. We want to bring more, minority groups into it, more races, more creeds, however you want to call that. We want to bring different looking people into the sport so that the sport represents the world. And being a Black voice that comes from Black culture, that knows lacrosse intuitively well, is more than I know almost anything. I would say lacrosse needs just media that pulls in and represents who we want playing, basically. And the more we can make lacrosse relatable to everyone, whether it's just by laughing at something, or like, hey, I see myself in that person, or hey, that's the way, oh, that's how I would look at a basketball game. Interesting you made that parallel. Like, just like something, things that bring lacrosse closer to home for someone who might not know things about lacrosse in a way that's familiar and intuitive to that person. And there's a lot of different ways to do that. And I'm excited to be any small part of doing that for the game I love most.
So episode 1 of the Weekly Watch, reboot, what type of content do you want people to send in for you to react to?
Oh man, I think, you know what? Just off the top of my head, I got to go with this. I want rule number 1 moments. I want folks doing goalies as dirty as possible. That's what I want to see. I want to see backhands. I want to see behind the backs. I want to see no looks between the legs, Lyle Thompson finishes. I want to see all of it.
All right, there it is.
Perfect.
Tag TLN Nation.
Yep. Rule number 1, clips.
Rule number 1, clips.
Did you ever do anything cool?
Did I ever do anything cool? Please.
Did you that?
Yeah, I've got it on tape.
What?
I've done like one-handed behind the back in high school.
Shot.
Yeah, I did.
There
I
is
went out to 5 and 5.
0 shot.
Pivoted.
This is real.
One hand. It's real. I'm not.
No way.
Look, I was a
You
great
hit it
high
to
school
Hogan,
player.
Colin.
I was a
Did you hit it
great
to
high
Hogan
school
and
player.
Coke on that goalie?
I did.
You nana-coked him?
I did.
Lord have mercy.
Like no heater.
I need to see this.
I did.
I got
I'll
it. If you could find it, I would love to see that.
Look, I was a good high school player. I was a mediocre college player. You know.
It's all good. You got the goals you wanted to score. You know.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. It's going to be a new journey together. So let's get it. Make sure to like, subscribe, and comment down below what kind of segments you want to see on the new Weekly Watch. And don't forget to send in your best rule number 1 moments. Catch y'all next time.
Woo! That was it, man.
I liked it.
I love that.
Smooth.
That was smooth.
No,
wow.
that was good.
That was really good. You gotta have your own sign off too, like keep it diggy or something. I don't know.
Keep it diggy.
Or get diggy with it. Get diggy with it.
Wait, you know what I like?
Diggy with it.